I'm one of many foreigners who, and people around the world who have got to know Shahidul and his work and have enormous respect for him. And I think my message for the Bangladesh government and the people over there is that we're not going away and we're not going to be silent. We will continue campaigning for his freedom, which is an utter disgrace. And you know, they picked on the wrong man here. They were wrong to pick on Shahidul, and I think they will learn from this mistake.
We hope through rallies like this, which are happening today and during this week in various other parts of the world, in New York, in Rome, in Sydney, and I believe also in Indonesia, and certainly the last and not the least in Bangladesh itself, under very difficult circumstances. Even yesterday, students went to the streets and marched to the Home Ministry to deliver their petition, which they were not allowed to do.
Hi, my name is Salil Tripathi, and I'm very proud to say that I'm a friend of Shahidul Alam. Shahidul's name means witness, and that's what he has been for the world. He has witnessed what has gone on with the Chakmas in Chittagong Hill Treks. He has done a lot of fantastic work with the Rohingya refugees. He has also recorded the movement to get rid of General Arshad. He has been a photographer, he has been an educator, he has trained hundreds and hundreds of students across South Asia. He has maintained an enormous archive of photography about the war of 1971. And he's the kind of person Bangladesh should be very proud of, and I'm quite sure a lot of Bangladeshis are extremely proud of him. But what he sees, he records and he talks about, and he chronicles it, and he speaks about it. And when he did that, the Bangladesh government got very annoyed because it was a criticism of what they had been doing, and they put him in jail. And it's a matter of enormous shame that a country that was founded on secular, liberal and democratic principles is jailing a non-violent, peaceful witness who is holding a mirror to the society. That's terrible. It's a matter of shame. Bangladesh should release him, and Shahidul should be free. He deserves his freedom, not only for himself, but to continue recording for everybody. Thank you. Enjoy Bangla.
Her mother had an anxious expression on her face, aware now that something bad had happened at her daughter's flat. I sat down in the very chair that Shahidul Alam had occupied last evening. He'd come over, clad in a t-shirt and tie-dye lungi, to see her. I told her, watching horror dawn on her face as she began to comprehend what had happened, her mouth frozen in the O of Opohoron that she could not quite bring herself to say out loud. The hours until we learnt reliably that he was alive in detention were unspeakable.
I am Carlos Tourné. I am the Executive Director of PEN International, which is the international network of more than 30,000 writers around the world working in solidarity for freedom of expression. As soon as we launched the call for actions to all this network 1 month ago, I immediately received a phone call from Mexico, and I realized to what extent Shahidul is a very well-known artist in Mexico. And then I received another call from Paris, and during this month I've been realizing how important is the figure of Shahidul Alam at the international level, how well known the work he's doing, and how trusted is the images that he has produced to witness the reality of Bangladesh. In that sense, our call for the freedom of Shahidul is also a conviction that he's revealing the truth of what is existing in Bangladesh society, and we reclaim this truth, and we are going to protest, to struggle, to ask non-stop the Bangladesh government to free this man, because he represents the best in the arts of Bangladesh, and he has the right to express himself freely without any curtailment from the authorities. When a government uses its power to crash down a symbol of art, of photography, of intelligence, of truth, as Shahidul, we are very much aware that it's not only him, but he wants to silence any form of criticism. And this is why we are convinced that this moment is a moment of truth for Bangladesh, because behind Shahidul there are all this crowd of young artists, photographers, thinkers who are really wanting to express the reality of the sufferings and the struggles of the Bangladeshi population. And this is why we really encourage all this community behind Shahidul to continue protesting together with us, writers from around the world, protesting so that we obtain his freedom and we all together are more free with him.